everyone, and welcome to A-Flix. Today, we're diving headfirst into the filmography of one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, the one and only Keanu Reeves. From mind-bending action to heartfelt drama, Keanu has delivered iconic performances for over 3 decades. So, buckle up and get ready for a countdown of the top 25 Keanu Reeves movies. We'll be revisiting classics, uncovering hidden gems, and maybe even shedding a tear or two. Let's get to it!
They're the worst team in the league.
Nice catch, Andre.
In the worst neighborhood in the city.
Wow. Millimeter.
Hardball is a sports drama comedy film about a down-on-his-luck gambler named Connor O'Neill, played by Keanu Reeves. To get out of a debt, Connor agrees to coach a little league baseball team from Chicago's Cabrini Green housing project. Connor is cynical and initially disinterested in the team, but as he gets to know the players and their challenges, he starts to care about them and their success on and off the field. The film explores themes of redemption, teamwork, and the importance of mentorship in difficult circumstances.
Got it. Where do you say, Jamal?
Shane Falco had given up his dream of playing for the pros.
Hey, Falco, you're not even a has-been. You're a never was. Thanks, guys.
The Replacements is a sports comedy from 2000 about a professional American football team, the Washington Sentinels, facing a players' strike. To keep the season going, the team's owner hires gruff old coach Jimmy McGinty to assemble a team of replacement players, a ragtag group of misfits and has-beens. Quarterback Shane Falco, a former college star who washed out of the league, leads this underdog team. Despite their differences and lack of experience, the Replacements come together under McGinty's tough coaching, finding camaraderie and a shot at redemption. It's a story about underdogs, second chances, and the thrill of the game.
The ball. Are you gonna get me the ball?
I hope he doesn't kill somebody.
The Replacements.
You'll never be more than a replacement player. Yeah, I can live with that.
They were total strangers.
Is the seat taken?
Stop it.
Fellas.
A Walk in the Clouds is a romantic drama set against the backdrop of a Californian vineyard. The story follows Paul, a soldier returning home from World War II, who finds his marriage falling apart. On his journey north, he meets Victoria, a young woman about to face her domineering father after getting pregnant out of wedlock. Fearing rejection, Victoria convinces Paul to pose as her fiancé. As they spend time together working in the vineyard, a real romance blossoms between them. However, they must navigate Victoria's strict father and the complications of their assumed relationship. The film is a remake of an Italian movie and features themes of love, family, and second chances. It received mixed reviews but was a commercial success, known for its beautiful scenery and score, which even won a Golden Globe Award.
Presents Keanu Reeves, Giancarlo Giannini, Anthony Quinn, and Aitana Sanchez-Guillon. A Walk in the Clouds.
I worry because worrying about losing keeps you winning.
Did you forget your 1 o'clock at the DMV?
Beatrice, I don't have time for this.
And I bet you don't have time for jail.
Sweet November is a romantic drama film starring Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. Nelson Moss, a workaholic advertising executive, meets Sarah Deaver, a free-spirited woman, at the DMV. Intrigued by each other, they embark on an unconventional relationship, a 1-month romance throughout November. They agree to no expectations, no pressure, and no strings attached. What they don't expect is to fall in love. As Nelson spends time with Sarah, she opens his eyes to a life less ordinary, filled with new experiences. However, Sarah harbors a secret that casts a shadow over their blossoming love story. Despite being panned by critics for being melodramatic and predictable, the film was a moderate box office success.
November is all I know, and all I ever want to know.
In a small southern town.
Mama better lock it. I ain't got any left, though.
In the quiet heart of Hatcher County.
The Gift is a psychological thriller film about a woman named Annie Wilson, played by Cate Blanchett, who has extrasensory perception. She lives in a small town full of secrets, and when a young woman named Jessica King disappears, Annie is drawn into the mystery. Annie uses her abilities to try and find Jessica, but her visions are disturbing and fragmented. As she digs deeper, she begins to suspect several of the townspeople, including a wealthy businessman, played by Keanu Reeves, and a volatile psychic. The film is a suspenseful exploration of hidden truths, small-town secrets, and the power of intuition. It will keep you guessing until the very end.
Messing with the devil's gonna get you burned.
The Gift. Uncomplicated satisfaction of the younger woman. Some say I'm an expert on the subject. Guess that's because I've been dating them for over 40 years.
Something's Gotta Give is a 2003 romantic comedy drama about unlikely love later in life. Jack Nicholson plays Harry, a notorious ladies' man who gets more than he bargains for when he suffers a heart attack while vacationing with his much younger girlfriend at her mother's beach house. The mother, Erica, played by Diane Keaton, is a successful playwright who is Harry's polar opposite. Forced to stay at the beach house to recover, Harry finds himself drawn to the intelligent and independent Erica, despite their differences. Meanwhile, Erica finds herself attracted to Harry's doctor, a kind-hearted soul played by Keanu Reeves. The film explores themes of aging, love, and finding companionship in unexpected places.
Never thought you could ever like.
Don't get me wrong.
Ever.
Something's gotta give.
The program Smith has grown beyond your control. You cannot stop him, but I can.
And if you fail...
The Matrix Revolutions picks up where the second movie left off. Zion, the last human city, is under imminent attack by the machines. Meanwhile, Neo is trapped in a limbo between the Matrix and the real world. The humans believe Neo, the One, is their only hope. They attempt to rescue him from a program holding him captive, hoping he can use his powers to end the war. However, a new threat emerges. The rogue agent Smith has gained the ability to copy himself and infect other programs. This creates a new danger for both humans and machines. As Zion prepares for a desperate battle, Neo ventures deep into the Matrix to confront Smith and potentially forge a peace with the machines. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance.
Everything that has a beginning has an end.
What do you need me to do?
You do it the old way. You don't bring them in.
Tell us what.
Street Kings is an action crime thriller following a jaded LAPD officer, Tom Ludlow, played by Keanu Reeves. Still reeling from his wife's death, Ludlow's world is turned upside down when a fellow officer is murdered and evidence points to him. Forced to go rogue, Ludlow investigates a conspiracy within the department, questioning the loyalty of those around him as he fights to clear his name. The film is directed by David Ayer and also stars Forrest Whitaker, Chris Evans, and Hugh Laurie.
This is our world! So let's take it!
I sometimes feel as if I'm invisible, as if no one can see me at all. I never felt that way when I lived at the lake house.
The Lake House is a 2006 romantic fantasy film about two people who develop a connection despite living 2 years apart in time. Alex, an architect, played by Keanu Reeves, moves into a beautiful lake house in 2004. He finds a note left behind by Kate, a doctor, played by Sandra Bullock, who previously lived there in 2006. Confused, Alex responds through the mailbox. They begin a heartwarming correspondence, sharing their hopes and dreams. Despite their attempts to meet, they are constantly thwarted by the 2-year time gap. Their connection grows stronger through their letters, but the impossibility of being together creates a sense of heartbreak. The film explores themes of fate, love across time, and the power of human connection. As Alex and Kate try to bridge the gap between their realities, they discover that destiny might have a way of bringing them together after all.
I would like to give my whole heart to.
The Lake House.
Is that it over there?
River's Edge is a dark coming-of-age story about a group of teenagers in a small California town. Their lives are shattered when one of them, Samson, nonchalantly reveals he's murdered his girlfriend. The group reacts in various ways. Some, like Matt, played by Keanu Reeves, grapple with the moral implications and consider going to the authorities. Others, like the unpredictable Lane, seem disturbingly unconcerned. The situation escalates as the body lies undiscovered, forcing the teenagers to confront their own apathy and the consequences of inaction. Based on a true story, the film explores themes of teenage alienation, violence, and the moral decay of a generation. It's a disturbing but thought-provoking look at how seemingly ordinary teenagers can become entangled in a horrifying crime.
1, 2, 3, 4!
I'm Bill S. Preston.
And I'm Ted Theodore Logan.
Who is Joan of Arc?
Noah's wife.
Bill and Ted are two lovable high school slackers with a passion for music and a failing history grade. Their dream of forming a legendary band, the Wild Stallings, is threatened when their bad report card separates them. Enter Rufus, a time-traveling emissary from the future with a radical solution, a phone booth that can travel through time. Bill and Ted's mission? To collect historical figures throughout history for their presentation, ensuring they pass history and stay together. Their bodacious adventure takes them on hilarious escapades, from medieval jousting with Joan of Arc to facing the wrath of Napoleon Bonaparte. With Rufus as their guide, they bumble through history, their unassuming charm winning over historical figures and creating a most excellent presentation.
Party on, dudes!
Always know where I am by the way the road looks. Like I just know that I've been here before.
My Own Private Idaho is a modern take on Shakespeare's Henry IV. It follows two friends, Mike, River Phoenix, a narcoleptic hustler, and Scott, Keanu Reeves, a gay son of a powerful mayor. The film explores their lives on the streets of Portland, Oregon, where they turn tricks for money and drugs. Mike, yearning for a sense of belonging, searches for his estranged mother in Idaho, with Scott by his side. Their journey takes them across the country and even to Italy, encountering various characters along the way. The film grapples with themes of identity, friendship, and longing for connection.
My Own Private Idaho, the new film by Gus Van Sant.
It may just be my imagination. Whatever it is that's watching.
A scanner darkly dives into a world grappling with a dangerous drug called Substance D. Set in a dystopian California, the story centers on Bob Arctor, an undercover cop tasked with infiltrating the drug ring. The twist? Bob lives with a group of heavy users, blurring the lines between his personal life and his mission. As Bob navigates this strange situation, he becomes addicted to Substance D himself. The drug itself warps reality, causing hallucinations and paranoia. Bob struggles with his dual identity, his feelings for a fellow user named Donna, and the deteriorating effects of the drug. The paranoia grows as he even becomes suspicious of his own housemates. The story explores themes of addiction, identity, and the nature of reality in a world under heavy surveillance. It's a semi-autobiographical work by Philip K. Dick, reflecting the counterculture movement of the 1960s and 70s.
What darkly?
Cold.
You about this?
No.
Constantine is a supernatural detective film. John Constantine, a cynical exorcist who can see angels and demons, is approached by Angela Dodson, a police detective. Angela believes her twin sister's death was not a suicide but something more sinister. Constantine investigates and discovers demons are trying to enter the human world. He teams up with Angela to unravel the mystery and stop the demons. The film follows Constantine as he uses his knowledge of the occult and dark magic to battle demons and prevent a greater evil from being unleashed.
Go to hell.
The Matrix Reloaded sees Neo haunted by visions of Trinity's death as machines threaten Zion. With Morpheus, they seek the Keymaker to reach the Matrix's control center. Their search leads to trouble with rogue programs, but Neo confronts the truth. He's not the only one, and the Matrix resets itself. Choosing love, Neo saves Trinity and defies the system. Zion fights for survival while Neo battles a replicating Agent Smith, leaving the future uncertain.
president.
It's total commitment. It's a real thin line between life and death.
Point Break is a 1991 action crime film about a gang of thrill-seeking surfers who rob banks to fund their extreme lifestyle. The FBI believes these surfers, who wear ex-presidents' masks during their robberies, can be found infiltrating the local beach community. Enter Johnny Utah, a young FBI agent who goes undercover to befriend the surfers. He falls in with Bodie, a charismatic leader who introduces Utah to the world of surfing and big wave riding. As Utah gets deeper undercover, the lines between cop and criminal begin to blur. He is torn between his duty and his newfound passion for surfing, all while questioning Bodie's true identity.
Forget everything you've ever known.
Much Ado About Nothing is a romantic comedy film based on Shakespeare's play. The story centers on two couples, Hero and Claudio, young and madly in love, and Beatrice and Benedict, who are witty but constantly trade insults, masking their true feelings for each other. Don Pedro, a prince, hatches a plan with Hero and Claudio to get Beatrice and Benedict to fall in love. Meanwhile, Don John, Don Pedro's villainous half-brother, plots to sabotage Hero and Claudio's wedding with a lie about Hero's infidelity. Claudio falls for the deception and publicly humiliates Hero at the altar. The truth eventually comes out, Don John is exposed, and Claudio begs for forgiveness. Beatrice and Benedict, through a humorous trick, also realize their true feelings and overcome their pride. In the end, both couples find happiness. The 1993 adaptation boasts a star-studded cast, including Kenneth Branagh, Emma Thompson, Denzel Washington, and Keanu Reeves. It's known for its witty dialogue, comedic moments, and exploration of love and deception.
Yay!
Much Ado About Nothing. The most romantic adventure of all. He can strike anywhere, at any time.
Will the mystery guest please sign in?
Speed is an action thriller film about a rigged bus. A bomb is planted on the bus by a deranged man and it's set to explode if the bus dips below 50 miles per hour. Keanu Reeves stars as a young police officer who ends up on the bus, and Sandra Bullock is a passenger who gets thrust into the situation. They must work together to keep the bus moving and find a way to disarm the bomb before it's too late. The film was a critical and commercial success and is considered one of the best action films of the 1990s.
Speed. Get ready for rush hour.
Here occurred the frightening and shocking history of Prince Dracula.
Francis Ford Coppola's 1992 film Bram Stoker's Dracula is a gothic horror romance with a twist on the classic vampire tale. Solicitor Jonathan Harker, Keanu Reeves, travels to Transylvania to meet with the mysterious Count Dracula, Gary Oldman. Dracula becomes obsessed with a picture of Harker's fiancée, Mina Murray, Winona Ryder, who he believes is the reincarnation of his lost love Elisa Beta. Dracula travels to London, leaving Harker a prisoner in his castle. In London, Dracula unleashes a reign of terror, draining the life from Lucy Westenra, Mina's friend, and pursuing Mina himself. A group of men, including Dr. Van Helsing, Anthony Hopkins, band together to protect Mina and destroy Dracula. The film is known for its lavish visuals, dramatic romance between Dracula and Mina, and stunning special effects for the time.
You have no idea what's coming.
John Wick, Chapter 3 Parabellum picks up where Chapter 2 left off. After killing a member of the High Table, the International Assassin Guild, John Wick is declared excommunicado with a massive bounty on his head. Forced on the run, Wick seeks help from a former contact, Sophia, who is bound by a similar oath. Together, they navigate the dangerous world of assassins as John desperately tries to find a way to overturn his excommunication. The film follows Wick's journey across various locations as he battles relentless assassins and tries to stay alive. Expect lots of action sequences, gun-fu fighting, and new characters entering the fold, including some allies and formidable enemies.
have you done? You have no idea what's coming to you.
Retired hitman John Wick attempts to put his violent past behind him, but his peace is shattered by a blood oath forcing him to repay a debt to a dangerous Italian crime lord, Santino D'Antonio. John travels to Rome to complete the task, but D'Antonio betrays him, setting a massive bounty on John's head. With assassins from across the globe now hunting him, John Wick is forced back into the world of professional killing. He must fight his way through a relentless onslaught of enemies to survive, seeking vengeance against D'Antonio for this ruthless betrayal. This high-octane action sequel expands the world-building of the first film, introducing new rules and secret societies governing the assassin underworld.
Tactical. I'm up.
John Wick, a legendary hitman, is grieving the death of his wife. As a final gesture of love, she gifts him a puppy before passing away. John's grief is interrupted by a group of arrogant Russian gangsters who break into his home, steal his car, and kill his puppy. Unbeknownst to them, John is a retired hitman with a dark past and a ruthless set of skills. Fueled by rage and vengeance, John re-emerges from retirement. He ventures into the hidden world of assassins, a society with its own code of conduct and a luxurious hotel that caters to their needs. John seeks out the gangsters responsible, taking down anyone who stands in his way. As John cuts a bloody swath through the criminal underworld, he uncovers a connection between the gangsters and his past. John Wick is a brutal and stylish action film that launched a successful franchise.
A young attorney has the chance of a lifetime.
Milton Chadwick Waters, we want you to come to New York.
The Devil's Advocate is a supernatural thriller about a gifted young lawyer, Kevin Lomax, Keanu Reeves. Unbeaten in his Florida courtroom, he's lured to a prestigious New York City firm by the enigmatic John Milton, Al Pacino. Success and luxury follow, but at a cost. Lomax's wife, Charlize Theron, descends into a world of disturbing visions, while his cases become increasingly morally ambiguous. As the line between ambition and damnation blurs, Lomax uncovers a shocking truth. Milton is not who he seems, but the devil himself. The film explores themes of ambition, morality, and the price of success, all with a nightmarish twist.
We will win. It's my time now.
The Devil's Advocate.
This hit goes out to you, Mr. Wick.
42.
John Wick, Chapter 4 picks up with the legendary assassin still on the run from the High Table, the shadowy organization that controls the underworld. With a hefty price tag on his head, John Wick is forced to fight his way across the globe, from New York to Paris, Japan, and Berlin. This time around, Wick uncovers a path to potentially defeating the High Table. But the road to freedom isn't easy. He faces off against a new enemy with powerful allies, and even old friends become foes. The film stays true to the series formula, featuring intense action sequences and gun-fu battles. If you enjoyed the previous John Wick movies, Chapter 4 delivers more of the same high-octane action. The runtime is a hefty 2 hours and 49 minutes, so be prepared for a long and thrilling ride. The Matrix is a science fiction action film that explores reality, perception, and artificial intelligence. The story centers on Neo, a computer hacker who stumbles upon a hidden truth. The world he lives in is actually a simulated reality called the Matrix, created by machines to control humanity. Morpheus, a rebel leader, contacts Neo and reveals this shocking truth. He offers Neo a choice between two pills, a red pill to see the world as it truly is, and a blue pill to remain blissfully ignorant in a simulated reality. Neo takes the red pill, and his journey of awakening begins. He joins Morpheus and Trinity, another rebel, to learn the truth about the Matrix and fight for human liberation. The film explores themes of free will, existentialism, and the nature of reality, all wrapped up in an action-packed storyline with groundbreaking visual effects.
have to see it for yourself.
Alright folks, that's our list for the top 25 Keanu Reeves movies. Did your favorites make the cut? What are some of your hidden Keanu gems? Let me know in the comments below. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button if you enjoyed this trip down Keanu Reeves lane. And if you're looking for more content like this, don't forget to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching!